everyone. It is the 25th of July, 2025. And would you believe that after all this time of doing my YouTube videos, I still judge myself? I still stop and record. And it's kind of fun. Like, I'm like, oh, no, that doesn't feel well. And I just want to check in with all of you. How are you all doing in these crazy times? It is time for us to become more authentic, more true to ourselves. And in staying in my truth of who I am, I love to give back in a small way. And I'm charging less on my sessions for those of you who have had sessions with me before. For those of you who would like to gift a session, it is my birthday month, and I decided that I would want to give back to you guys in my celebrations. And silly little side note, my maiden name is Bell, so Michelle Ann Bell. And my whole entire childhood, no jokes, and my teenagehood, guess what song I had sung to me? For those of you who aren't in my age category, maybe some of you that are young won't remember the song, but Michelle, my belle, these are words that go together well. So, a little side note there, but please go to my website, www.mishcarpenter.com, and check it out. And I'm able to either bring your loved ones through from spirit, or work with you very deeply on an emotional level. Your vibration is what I work with. I pick up on unconscious emotions that you might not even have been aware of, things that are tucked away. So think of it as many different suitcases that are open, and the suitcase may be somebody, a loved one who's checked in. And let me give you a little bit of an example of how spirit work with me. So the one time I had a client who was booked in, I think it was the Monday or the Tuesday, and she was a healer herself. And the next minute I said to her, oh, I have a young teenage here that's with me in spirit. And she kind of looked at me and I went, oh, it's like a he, she, and he's wearing Joseph and his amazing Technicolor dream coat. And I kept saying he keeps flitting between being masculine and feminine, but he's definitely a he, but he's chops and changes. And then it hit her, and she's like, "Oh my God, Michelle, I'm busy working with one of her clients who had just lost his son." And this was the son that had come through to gift her and give her a message for herself and for her mother. And we were both blown away. That's how spirit work. They just like, yep, this is the message that I want to share. It was beautifully aligned, and I'm just a facilitator that just brought through the message. What was so profound for me, though, was that unbeknownst to the woman, that my client that I'd had, and I hadn't looked at my booking system or my bookings for the week. This lovely young teenager, his mother had booked in for a session at the end of the week. So in the same week, and I didn't know this, in the same week when the mum had first started to talk to me and she said, oh, I'd lost my son, I went, oh my word. And I think I might have even, I don't know if I cried, but I think I did. I was like, I was so amazed as to how this connection had happened and the words that he had to share with his mom. Now, anyone that has lost a loved one to suicide, to an accident, it's something that still, as the medium that I am, it still is just, there's no words, to be honest, to describe the connection that losing a loved one that comes through in spirit. For me, it's an absolute honor and privilege. And it's just a heartfelt moment. Like I say, there's no words to describe, especially when somebody's gone like this. But even for somebody who's been sickly for a long time, you know, they come through and they share songs, they share specific words, perhaps that were needed to be heard. My journey with spirit is about transformation. So they might share things with you that you might not like hearing. There's many examples that I can give where I'm kind of like guys, you really want them to know that? And there have been one or two things that I've shared previously on some of my messages, but they really are wholesome. It's very much about how they can share with us to help us to move forward, to help you to move forward. And they very much do, even in the songs that they gift my clients. So please go and check it out. Please go and book in a session with me, www.mishcarpenter.com. If my vibration resonates, if who I am resonates with you, you'll feel it. It's kind of like a yes, no, um, and that's just, I'm so grateful to walk with anybody on their journey of transformation, self-love, helping us to change our belief systems, and the way we've been conditioned is another way, and just bring back life to us, just bringing back life. That for me is something that I'm still practicing still to this day. And I have deep down days myself where I'm like, holy, what is this actually about? And I'm going to share. I'm going to flick the switch as I do. And I want to share with you a menopausal moment. So, for those women, my fellow sisters that are in perimenopause and menopause, I did not know that a leaky bladder was a thing. I did years ago when I was jumping on the trampoline and I tried to do the splits. And I did the splits with my kids, and I was like, I need the bathroom. But hang on, there's more. So I'm recovering from um fractured ribs or bruised ribs or whatever they are, but the ribs hurt, people, okay? And I was told by the doctor when I sneeze to hold my rib cage, okay? So I needed the bathroom. I needed the bathroom. And but I needed to sneeze. And and I was like, okay, the doctor says, so I held my rib cage because I knew it was a big sneeze. Now, when, like, if you sneeze like me, it's a achoo, like I've got to get it out. Okay, not a, I can't stand it. So I needed to get it out. So I held my rib cage. And the next minute, I was like, oh, see, oops, I did it again. So, so I was like, okay, maybe I should have gone to the bathroom. But it is funny when we have those little leaky moments, okay? Not ideal, not something that we want to have to share. But I'm loving some of the funnies that are coming out on Instagram, where women are just sharing openly, like, this is what happens in menopause, people. So yes, this was my this was my moment. Clearly had to go and shower after that. But it's quite funny when you look at life like that. You've got to look at life and go, this is how I'm living life. Okay. It's not every day. It's not, obviously not every day I hurt my ribs either. But what this has brought me is to come back to my breath and be so grateful for a good sneeze. Okay. Be so grateful for just to expand. Guys, do you know if any of you have ever had a broken rib or hurt your rib cage? Holy, it's just incredible to expand into a breath, all right? To turn in bed at night. Even things like that. It's like, okay, okay, you got to roll. I kind of had to find a roll. I'm so much better. I've been going to an osteopath and I'm so grateful for this experience, because I'm very much about, and I'm going to clear that because I'm not wanting another sore rib or sore few ribs, because it has been challenging to say the least. Yet it has brought me back to be so grateful to be alive and to have my breath. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful for my breath. That's how our body listens to us. And laughter is key. Having joy. So many times I've met up with clients and they would ask about their purpose. Sometimes I have days where I'm like, what is my purpose? Oh, okay. Alrighty, Michelle, just put a message out, share what you do. I have the most incredible journeys with clients. And it's not about me, it's about how spirit align. And that's what I wanted to share about how this session with this beautiful young man that came through, I was in awe because she's like, who are you talking about? I don't know. And then it hit her, and then she's like, oh, wow. And this young, beautiful spirit decided to share a message. And also, it just fulfills us, doesn't it? It just fulfills us. And there are days that feel complicated. There are days where, if you've hurt yourself, there are days where me being all funny or motivational, where you're just like, just, like we can have those moments, and it's okay. It's okay to have those moments as long as you're not sitting in those moments. Like I say, leaky bladder, got to learn to laugh at the body, got to learn to laugh at getting gracefully old. And I do not feel it, okay? So I'm in my 53rd year, which brings me to my eight. I clicked with that the other day because I was like, oh my God, I'm in my eighth, which, speaking of which, we've got the 8-8 portal coming up, okay? The Lionsgate portal. And as we know, this is an amping up. This is a powerful time of coming together. What is it you're creating? What is it you're manifesting? And the 8-8 is just much more powerful. So please come. I keep saying please, okay? Somebody called me out the other day and said, stop saying please, Michelle. And I'm like, well, that's just the South African in me and how my mother raised me. So if my please resonates with you guys, and if coming to join us with the Council of Eight for the Lionsgate portal is something that you feel like you want to come together with community, that you want to set an intention, like how are you feeling alive for the next year? We know that life is challenging and trickery, is that even a word? It can be so much, and it can feel incredibly heavy at times. Believe you me, when I hurt my ribs, I felt heavy, and I was like, this is just not okay. It stopped me from doing what I wanted to do in life. And I thought, okay, what is this gifting me? What is this showing me? Well, guys, if we can't be grateful for our breath, if we can't be grateful for this system, technology, if it wasn't for technology, if it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't be connecting with so many of you, and you wouldn't be connecting with me. So I'm so grateful for these beautiful transitional phases that we're in. Come and join us for the Council of Eight and the Lionsgate portal. And for those of you who are wanting to know more about the Lionsgate, it's a celestial alignment, a numerological milestone celebrated in spirit or astrological traditions as a potent time for manifestation, inner work, and planetary connection. So come and join us on this incredible day, a powerful day where we can take back and be powerful in ourselves, and we create abundance, and we shift all the karmic patterns that we have been holding on to. We get so addicted to our stories without even realizing. That's why I laugh at my story, because it's a true story. It's like, this is what happened. And for me, that's what's important, is how do we show up in being human? Because human can be tough, yet human can also be incredibly joyful and funny. We as human beings are funny, we're quirky, we are full of just amazingness, but also so full of shit. And if we can just shift what no longer serves us, I promise you, you will find the joy. It's inside of us. We just sometimes forget. And that's why I share my humorous side of my human life, because it's flippin' funny, okay? It is so funny when the body does, well, this is what's going to happen. And it is a humorous moment. Some of you might go, ew, that's okay. I can't take on what you choose to think about me. It's just something that as we align more into our authentic selves, which is amplified with this power of the 8, which is amplified with this portal that's up and coming, you will become more and more and more you. We've got this life. How are you choosing to do it to the best of your ability, with openness, with transparency, with being authentic, with being loving, with being kind, yet at the same time, perhaps allowing yourself to process the old that no longer serves you. And what I mean by process is literally doing breath work. It is that simple. And that's what I do in sessions too. When I'm working with you, when we're working with the inner child, it's just breathing out the anger, breathing out the old, breathing out the resentment, and not getting attached or addicted to the story or stories. So join us, www.michcarpenter.com, and go to my bookings page. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you that are here, that are showing up. Remember, we're all in this together. And we know that being human is a miracle in itself. I was trying to think of my words there, because you guys are all miracles. And I say thank you. Thank you no matter what's going on in your life today. I say thank you for being here. Thank you for being on the earth and playing your part. And thank you for bringing a different vibration to yourself each and every single day. And remember, guys, over and above all, this is our learning together, is love is why we are here. It is a absolute practice, yet it's such a beautiful gift that we give to ourselves. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you all on the 8th of the 8th. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Bye, everybody.